Very good afternoon to all dear students. In today's lecture, we are going to study about epidemiology of diphtheria disease. In last lecture, we have studied about all the things and epidemiology of specifically measles diseases. We have seen how what is causative agent of that disease, what is period of incubation, what is host factors, what are symptoms, how to diagnose that particular disease, and what are preventive measures we have taken to control that particular disease. So this is a measles. Now we will start with a diphtheria. So guys, first of all we are going to see what is mean by diphtheria. It is an infectious disease which is caused by the Corneobacterium diphtheria bacillus. It is a Corneobacterium diphtheria bacillus. Due to infection of that particular bacillus or entry of that particular bacillus in a human body, it causes diseases. What are symptoms of diseases? You can see in the picture, and this is the now you can see in the picture this person has a rashes and swollen thyroid gland or neck part is a swollen. So first symptom of this disease is the sore throat, then swollen glands in the neck, then barking cough, racing heartbeats are drastically increased, and there are a difficulty in the breathing, shortness of breathing. These are the main symptoms of diphtheria disease, and it was a very threatening disease before World War II, but after the World War we found the vaccine on that disease. That's why the mortality rate was decreased drastically. But that disease was really hazardous, and it was the major factor for causing maximum mortality or deaths in the children below the age of 15 years. Generally this disease can occur at the children age below the 15 years. Then we will see what is that what are symptoms of that particular disease, or what exact happens in that disease. First of all, it is a primary infection which occurs in the throat or upper airways. And how this infection will occur? When any infectious person comes in close contact with the another person due to runny nose or upper respiratory tract secretions, water droplets, coughing, sneezing. This infection can occur to the another person. This is main root or main cause of symptom. But when these symptoms occurs, first of all there is a sore throat. After that this infection goes into the upper airways tract, and after that it will cause or it will produce the toxins. These toxins are again they will affect on different organs, causing the severity of that particular disease. The diphtheria toxins causes the membrane of death tissues. You can see the in upper respiratory tract there is a throat or tonsils, where our toxins will produce a dead cells membrane which will cover the tonsils and throat part of our neck, which will causes difficulty in breathing as well as swallowing. So it will lead to the difficulty in breathing, leads to the increasing heart rate, because oxygen supply is not fulfilling, so heart rate will decrease. And due to difficulty in swallowing as well as due to this upper dead tissue layer as well as swelling of that particular gland, there is difficulty in swallowing, so weakness will also increase, which will lead to the severity of severe conditions. So this is main mechanism of action of that particular bacillus. And pre-vaccine, before the pre-vaccine of diphtheria, maximum mortality or maximum morbidity throughout the world was below the age of 15 years was due to the diphtheria bacillus. But after World War II, we found that there is a diphtheria, tetanus and pertussis virus vaccine. This vaccine is effective against diphtheria, tetanus as well as pertussis. We called it as a DTP vaccine. And first, this vaccine was accepted by all developed countries, and we found that mortality rate below the 15 years child was drastically decreased due to this. And after that, after the Second World War, WHO has extended that program throughout the world. And in that extended programs, all developing countries like India, in 1974, all the developing countries has entered into that program. And and it is compulsory to every country that and they should give at least 3 doses of DTP vaccine to every infant. It is a free of cost, and it should be given to each and every infant throughout the world. So that program was expanded by WHO in the year 1974. This is very important. It can be asked in the multiple choice question. So this DTP vaccine has given 3 doses of that vaccine has been given to every child in the world. And after the age of 6 months, first 6 months we are not giving any vaccines or any uh, external immunity or vaccines are not required for child, because that particular infant was completely dependent on the breastfeeding. So it is a innate it is a type where innate immunity of that particular child is developing. So it doesn't require maximum vaccination. But after the age of 6 months, we are providing different types of vaccines to that particular baby. So what are causative agent of that diphtheria? We have seen diphtheria virus, it is a bacillus, and it has 4 biotypes, that is gravis, intermedius, metis and belfinati. So among all these types, metis, metis type is a it is a milder type one. And whatever infection caused due to that metis biotype of diphtheria, it will very mild infection, it will be very mild infection, and it doesn't cause any type of death or morbidity. We will see what is mode of transmission of that particular disease. The when a person comes or child comes in directly in contact with the infectious material such as respiratory sample or skin lesions or coughs, sneezings, water droplets through the upper respiratory tracts, all this sample will come directly in contact with other person, it will cause the infection of that particular disease. And infection can cause throughout the year, as we have seen in case of measles. The infection has specifically caused in the subtropical region as well as in the winter season, but this infection of diphtheria can cause throughout the year. But maximum prone or maximum chances of causing this infection will increase in the colder region, and it can occur every where. Then there is no specific environmental requirement for that particular virus. So period of communicability, it is a very important factor. When we will study the infection of diphtheria, there are 2 types of infection. First is caused as a case, diphtheria case, and second is called as a diphtheria carrier. These are 2 different types, you have to understand this concept. When infection of diphtheria caused through the when a person comes directly contact with the or close contact with a respiratory tract or runny nose or any secretion from another patient, then it is called as a case of diphtheria. But direct entry of that diphtheria bacillus when occurs into the body, it is called as a carrier of diphtheria. And it is very important thing is that diphtheria bacillus cannot become alive other than ह्युमन बिंग शिवाय दुसऱ्या कुठल्याही ॲनिमलमध्ये हा व्हायरस लाईव्ह सिच्युएशनमध्ये किंवा व्हायबल नाही आहे. इट विल कॉज अ डेथ ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर बॅक्टेरिया. सो there are two conditions are considered. First is as a case of diphtheria, and second is called as a carrier of diphtheria. If direct entry of bacillus inside the body, we called it as a carrier, and this carrier infection is very tedious, and it is a severe, it will cause a severe symptoms in the patient, which will lead to the death also if not treated properly. And it will require a long term treatment. And in case of diphtheria case, the infection period or incubation period of that case is 14 days to 28 days, and it will cure easily. And after the vaccination era, now the severity of diphtheria will be, or diphtheria infection, chances of this diphtheria infection has reduced drastically. So it is not it will not causes nowadays that much of morbidity or that much of deaths in the children. So vaccination is very important, and it is given to each and every child. So how this disease can be diagnosed? First of all, we are going to observe the symptoms like a swollen throat, sore throat, swelling in at the time of neck. These are basic symptoms. And when doctors see that symptoms, we go for the pathological testing of for the diphtheria, and we can diagnose that particular disease. And there is no specific treatment for that particular disease. But because nowadays the onset of action or causative agent has drastically decreased, because vaccination is given to everywhere in the world. So eradication of this disease has been done. There are very few cases of diphtheria are found because of vaccination given to every individual. So it is a epidemiology of diphtheria. I hope all of you must have understood this concept. Please watch this video, like, share and comment your reviews whether you understand or not, and enjoy your learning.